Hi sunflowers and bloomers, it is Martina here, and now I thought we would have a little chat about a concept called Samaya. Samaya is a Sanskrit word, and I think that Samaya can give you quite a bit to think about, and that it can speak to your heart in a way. Because what I see with a lot of high performers with perfectionism is this constant back and forth between, is this the right time, is this the wrong time, having a very black and white thinking. And Samaya suggests this, and it means this. It means not holding anything back, not preparing your escape route, not looking for alternatives, not thinking that there is an ample time to do things later. And so it basically is, or it points to proper time, divine time, and the right time to do anything, okay? I mean, do you ever catch yourself ruminating about whether it's the right time or the wrong time to do something? If that's the case, then that is perfectionism. Then here's my question to you. Do you find some sort of control in thinking that there is a right and a wrong time? What is it that you get out of thinking so? Because oftentimes the reason being why we continue to live in what this truly is, which is a mental delusion, is that we get some sort of certainty out of thinking that there is a right and a wrong time. So it's a way to deal with the uncertainty of life and of growth. Because if you were to think that, you know what, actually there is no right and wrong time, there's only true time. It is my true time right now, right now, right now. You know what is true for you. That creates less pressure, and it creates less urgency, and it creates less stress. It creates a lot less of everything. It also just stabilizes you and brings you back to center more when you know that every day has a true time to it, as long as you tune inwards into your body and are able to breathe. Now here's the thing, a lot of high performers struggle with breathing. And breathing is actually the doorway, the portal to being able to actually, deciphering what is your true time to say something, to do something, to make a decision. See? The breath, the inhale and the exhale, and the constant kind of connection with that in your day-to-day, that is what can help you actually come back to center and figure out what is true to you, what is your true time, So what I've come to realize for myself, when I was stuck in perfectionism, I was living in my head a lot. I didn't live anywhere else really. I had to plan things out and schedule things and this and that, and obviously there's nothing wrong with that, absolutely not. It's the relationship you have to those things. It's the relationship you have to scheduling and planning. But I still had a maladaptive way of doing it, right? I attached some kind of vision of how things was going to go up in my head based on the plans that I did, and if it didn't work like that, and if it didn't happen like that, that made me really upset, or at least a little irritated and sometimes angry. I sometimes projected it onto others around me, and it wasn't nice. It wasn't not that at all. And so it really tore on my self-esteem, and I know what that's like, and I can feel you if you're there right now. All right? So I really encourage you to ask yourself, do I get some sort of control? Do I get some sort of control out of thinking that there is a right and a wrong time? have a think about that. And, you might think to yourself, what's the right time to make the investment that I'm thinking of doing? Or if I do this thing first, will I lose this thing over here? Or should I wait until tomorrow, or next week, or next month? And you might find yourself ruminating in a loop, back and forth, back and forth. You might have this vision of what you want to do, but the right time never seems to come, because there's always something happening that interrupts what it is that you envisioned that things will have to be in order to make things work. And so you become very hyper-focused on how things were going to go, but obviously, because we live in a very non-linear reality and things happen all the time, and actually life is pretty messy, and that is exactly what we're to deal with when we actually overcome perfectionism. It's like becoming comfortable with the messiness of life. That is what this is about, is becoming comfortable, at least less uncomfortable with the messiness of life, and expecting messiness instead of kind of expecting orderliness. See? Now, it's a coping mechanism, this. It's truly a coping mechanism to always need things to happen a certain way, etc., etc. And it often roots in deep, deep subconscious stuff from when we were really young, and when our subconscious was programmed into, doing things a certain way and being a certain way, etc., etc. And so it takes time to really declutter all of that, right? And to rip those out and sow new seeds in, and to begin to operate differently. But that is what we help you with in the Bloom Beyond WhatsApp group and garden, the Bloom Beyond tribe, right? The tribe is a free tribe for monthly cohort, right? So we run monthly cohorts, you apply, we have a look at the application, and keep in mind that there's a waiting time involved because there's applications coming in all the time, and we want to make sure to uphold the level of coaching and standard and support that we're offering there. But this is a tribe for both sunflowers, which are the free guests, and the bloomers, which are the paid clients, and we're all together, me as well as the team, all in there, supporting each other, and that's pretty cool, right? You get to be and hang around the paid clients as well, high-ticket clients, to be able to learn more about perfectionism and the subconscious mind and how this works. So just know that, if you think that there is a right or wrong time, that is actually perfectionism. That's perfectionism manifesting in a way. It's an attachment to control. It's a resistance to uncertainty and needing things to be less uncertain than what it is. And if you want to create a life and business that is creative, that is expansive, that is beyond the norm, then being able to deal with uncertainty and feel less uncomfortable with it, that is what we help you with in the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program, for example, and also in the Bloom Beyond Mastermind as well, and also within the free tribe as well, where you get to learn more about what we're offering and everything too. So just wanted to share that today, and make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if this calls to you, then make sure to also apply to the Bloom Beyond tribe.